Welcome back to this really special video, and of course that's because it's my first impression of this amazing new RPG from Japan, from level 5, mixed with JRPG studio, a really respected anime movie maker in Japan that made Spirited Away, that got a lot of rewards, even though I kind of don't like the visual style, but doesn't really matter. And luckily I got my hands on the Wizard edition. I bought it from Amazon and 2 days later I got it. I was really lucky because I know a lot of people got emails that someone fucked up all the orders and they didn't have that much of the special edition, so they couldn't ship it out. I'm really sorry if you guys are one of those that didn't receive the item. That's really sucky. That's just, not normal. And hopefully the Namco Bandai learned that they shouldn't do business with that other company that should have made more of the Wizard edition. Now on to the video itself. I will try to keep it as short as possible because I've only been playing this game for 5 hours, and to be honest I kinda want to go play the game. Okay, first up is the storyline. Finally, this storyline is an adult type of storyline. I mean it by the way of a lot of RPGs nowadays are wacky, they are weird, and you know what I mean? This is really a storyline that it's focused on one thing, and that's really adult-like with how it goes. Just like the older Final Fantasy games, the storyline is what the game is almost about. It's this cute little boy called Oliver. In his world, when things happened, his mother died, and because his mother gave him a plush, when he was crying about it, the plush came alive. The curse that was on Dripply, the fairy, the king of all fairies, has broken, and he said to Oliver that there are other worlds instead of this normal world, and in the other world there is this evil spreading across his world, breaking people's heart, and he is the light of the sky. He is the hero of light, and he should save Dripply's world. And he kind of says, no, I don't want to do that, I don't care about it. And then Dripply says, well, there is a connection between every human being or every soul in this world and in the other world, and in the other world your mother is still alive and you can actually maybe save her in this world. So that's why he got onto the journey of being a wizard, of becoming the best wizard there have ever been, and destroy this darkness that is corrupting the hearts of all those people in the other world. So in that way, I mean, it's a really adult-like storyline. It's a really interesting, absolutely interesting story. Of course, there's a lot of funny things in it, a lot of humor. Dripply is a really funny dude. It's my most favorite character at this moment. I don't really like Oliver. He's just a cute little boy, but I definitely know that he will grow throughout the game. He will grow up to be a real hero instead of this really sad boy that, just a couple of days ago lost his mother. So the storyline is just, it reminds me of the entire game reminds me of the better RPGs from the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, GameCube. You know what I mean, the older type of RPGs, the Final Fantasy games. That is the biggest game. Like the first time I popped in the game in a PS3 and I saw the menu from New Game and Continue, I immediately thought, it could just be a Final Fantasy. I mean, this could just be called Final Fantasy 13 and the game would be 10 times better than Final Fantasy 13 actually is. That is how freaking good this game is. So we have been on the story. Now, visually, it's been made by JRPG Studios, and they have this type of anime style mixed with American cartoons. I like the style a bit. It reminds me a little bit of Pokemon. So I don't really like it. Like I love a lot of the, I like the art of Final Fantasy 13. The characters looked amazing, the worlds looked amazing. The worlds in Kuni are definitely detailed. They are really fantasy-like. they are cool looking, they are great looking actually, but the art style is still American, kind of cartoon. I don't really dig it that much, but I don't hate it. It's like in the middle. It's not bad, it's not really good, it's just in the middle, a normal, you know, kind of feeling. It's really weird to say. But graphically, it's definitely one of the, or maybe even the best looking anime slash cartoon slash cel shaded game I've ever played. This game is gorgeous, it looks amazing. I know only one game actually looks better than this, and it's like another game, doesn't really matter. So visually the game is outstanding. It's not above Final Fantasy XIII, but it definitely destroys any other RPG that came out this generation. Visually it looks amazing. One of the coolest things visually though is the world map. Finally a world map like in Final Fantasy 7 and 8 and 9 and 6 and 1, 2, 3, you know, finally a really big world map, a really interesting looking world map that you can play on, that you can walk on, and I definitely know in the future you will get like an airship or a boat. It doesn't really matter what you're getting, a dragon, it doesn't really matter. So I'm definitely curious of what will happen. I'm curious of how the world will look in this game. Beyond I've seen, at the moment I am going to the desert, so that's at the point of the game where I am. I'm in this giant wood, and after that woods there is this desert where I have to go to the city and go to the Grand Siege. So visually it's amazing. The soundtrack, holy shit, deja vu again. It reminds me of the older type of RPGs where music was emotionally driven. It's not like nowadays a lot of RPGs had this really wacky, this Gaia or Trinity Universe heavy metal kind of Japanese dumb music. I don't really like it. While the Chronicles had amazing music, I'm not saying Final Fantasy XIII also has some really great music, but most of the RPGs, you pretty much know what I'm talking about, had this really wacky heavy metal type of music. This is really emotionally driven music soundtrack. It's beautifully made, absolutely beautifully made. I love the sound, I absolutely love the soundtrack. The battle system is like the chocolate on the freaking cake. It's fluid, it plays simple, it is simple, yet again it can be challenging, maybe even later on in the game, and it is kind of rewarding, not in the type of you get gold, or maybe it also is, but with every RPG later on in the game you're being overflown with gold, you don't even need it anymore. But one of the coolest things that it implanted in this game is that there are quests. There are a lot of things to do in this game, but there are quests, and the quests are like go kill this monster, or go fetch this, or do this, do that, doesn't really matter. And instead of getting better equipment or getting a lot of gold or a lot of experience, you will get all those things, but you will also get a stamp for every quest you do. Some quests are 2 stamps, some are 1, some are 3, 4, 5. And when you have a card full of stamps, you can unlock bonuses that are actually relevant, and that they are actually like they help out. Like your character on the world map walks faster, you will get bonus experience points, etc, etc. You actually have to level up your character to unlock what you can get from the bonuses, so that's why I don't know everything, but that's what at the moment is on the menu of what you can get. So that is when you are at a guild, you don't, there's a choice. You can go on and do the storyline, or you can do the grinding of the quest and get stamps and do this. So there's a lot of things to do. One of the biggest thing in the battle system is that you can play with familiars, and familiars are pretty much Pokemons. A lot of people are actually calling them Pokemons. I know a friend of mine is saying, oh, I got a new Pokemon. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't play Pokemon. And he's like, no, I mean with Kuni, I got a new familiar. I'm just calling them Pokemons. They are Pokemons pretty much. You can catch them, I think. At the moment I cannot, but you just get your familiars and you can level them up, just like you can level up Oliver. You can give them food and then their abilities, so their strength will go up and their magic will go up with a certain type of food you give them. And I've been hearing that actually at some point of time they will actually transform into a bigger version, a better version, just like Pokemon of that particular familiar you had. So that is definitely a cool mechanic, and there are dozens of different familiars that you can catch and train and level up. So there is a lot to do in this game. It's not only just going the storyline, level up and that's it. No, there are a lot of things you can do in this game that's absolutely amazing. Just like we all remember from level 5 games, because in Dark Cloud there was a lot of things you could do. In Dark Cloud 2 there were a lot of things you could do. In Rogue Galaxy there were a shit tons of things you can do. I don't even know with Ni no Kuni if those are the things you can only do. I definitely know or think there are more things, but then again, yet again, I'm saying it, I'm just at the beginning of the game. I only played 4 or 5 hours, but at the moment it's just an amazing game. And we were talking about the battle system. So the battle system is on the map, in the dungeons or world maps. You're just seeing walking enemies, just like a Tales of game or Star Ocean game. When you walk against them or they will come after you, you will get in this battle mode. It reminds me again of Final Fantasy. And actually, when you're like getting on with an enemy, the screen will actually blur down and then just see the battle screen just like in all the Final Fantasy games. That is definitely really cool, mate. And you can walk freely in pretty much a circle. You can walk freely, and it's still turn-based. You have to wait your turn, but you can still walk freely and you can attack. And that's one of the coolest things, that when you're actually attacking, there is a timer that goes down. So maybe in one round of time you can attack 3 times. But when you attacked one time and the enemy attacked you and your HP is low, you can actually cancel your attack, wait a little bit and then do a spell with Oliver or use an item and get more HP. That is really cool, really tactical made. It makes up for the game, not only just pressing attack. It makes up the game for you definitely need to do other things, just pressing attacks. The Oliver is of course the main character. He's a spellcaster, he can learn new spells, learn new abilities. And you can get up to 3 other familiars in your party, and with a simple press of the button called the L1, you can change which character you want to play with, because there is a party of 4, but there can only be 1 character at a time that you can control. So you can definitely get 3 of your most favorite familiars, or when you're in a boss battle and you're getting destroyed, you can change up the fact, because of course some familiars are resistant more to fire, or some of them are even invulnerable to attacks or special attacks. So you can definitely change up a lot to make a really cool party. So the battle system is just, like I said, it's simple, but it's still advanced. It's a lot of fun. Finally, I want to get into a battle because it's such a good battle system. And one of the coolest things, finally, is that you don't have to you don't have to level up every familiar one at a time. When you do a battle, every familiar in that party, what I know at the moment, will get the same experience points. If it's Oliver that kills it, or one of the other familiar that kills it, everyone will get experience points. So you don't have to grind for this monster, grind for that monster. They will be leveling up at the same time. That's really well done with the developers. Just everything about this game is well done. It's being thought about. They thought about what should we do, instead of just, oh, we're doing this enemy character and we're gonna do a lot of boobs and this and that. No, they actually thought about things. They made a really interesting story. Visually, it's really interesting. It's totally different than any other RPG at the moment. And the battle system is great. The music pretty much everything about this game is just top freaking notch. Top notch. This is at the moment is being my most favorite Japanese RPG this generation. Yes, and you know how much I love White Knight Chronicles, but for some reason I just like Ni no Kuni more. I don't know why. Ni no Kuni is so freaking cute, the stories are interesting, I just love this game. If you love RPGs but are thinking, oh, I'm gonna wait what people say about Ni no Kuni, I'm gonna wait for this, I'm gonna wait for that, don't wait. Go get the freaking game. I don't care if you're only playing on your stupid Wii or playing on your stupid Xbox, just go get the game if you love RPGs. It's one of the best games this generation and it will definitely not disappoint. It will only disappoint if you absolutely hate the visual style. Then don't get the game. If you don't like the cute American type of anime, then don't get the game, you will not like it. If you don't like Pokemon type of style, then don't get it. But if you do, this is the #1 game you should get. If you're watching my channel for the first time, you're new to Japanese RPGs and you want to ask klaudkil what type of, no, don't ask what type of RPG you should play, go get Ni no Kuni and you will know what real Japanese games should be like. Hopefully developers in Japan will see with their big eyes because they so desperately want to make games that the Western audience love, and kind of funny, the game actually sold 2 times more in the first week than in Japan it did in the first weeks. Hopefully the Japanese developers will see that, holy shit, they do like the older school type of RPGs. Holy shit, they don't want new type of really weird, way too difficult battle system, Mugen Souls, that they are making at the moment. So I am stopping with talking about it now because I want to play the game. Just go get this game. It's absolutely amazing. Just definitely look first for a trailer to see if the visual style is with your taste, if you like it or not. That is definitely the biggest reason to get this game or not get this game. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave in the comments below, do you have Ni no Kuni? How do you like Ni no Kuni? What type of familiars are you playing with? I'm just playing with the first 3 familiars. I actually like the cute little kind of thingy with that sword and shield. I kind of like it. I'm playing the most with him. No, not in that part of the way, just normal playing when I'm playing a game. I know if you're thinking about nasty things, no, I don't mean it with that. So leave in the comments below if you have Ni no Kuni. If you love Japanese RPGs and don't have Ni no Kuni, leave in the comments below. Why the hell don't you have Ni no Kuni? So I'm klaudkil, like always. I will see you next time.